Whew. What an ugly game from the 49ers and the Eagles in this playoff game. Probably going to be one of, if not the worst playoff game this season. But we've had so many great games. I'm not going to let this one game determine how the rest of the playoffs will be. Your 49ers pull off the upset victory versus the reigning champions. And man, it was ugly, but we're going to sit here and talk about it. What an ugly game from both of these teams, specifically on the offensive side of the ball. If you love a defensive slugfest, then you got your money's worth in this game right here. This is probably the worst game of the weekend. And I feel like, for me personally, I think that I would have suspected this to be the second worst game outside of that Rams game before the playoffs started. But the Rams game shocked me, so I do believe that this will probably be the worst game that was televised this weekend. But the 49ers pull out the W. Like I stated before, both offenses were pretty poor outside of basically the running back for the Philadelphia, speaking about Saquon, and basically Demarcus Robinson for the 49ers. No one else really showed up today to play offense. Now, both of these offenses were terrible, like I stated before, for different reasons, though. For the Eagles, it is just terrible offensive play calling. And it's been like that all season. I remember speaking about this during my playoff predictions, which the Eagles lost today, so I believe 1 for 4 on all of my playoff predictions right now. So it's not looking too good, but it's okay. You win some, you lose some. The good thing is I didn't put no money on it. But back to what I was saying, the Eagles, I think, in this offseason definitely have to go find an offensive coordinator. It's just not what it needs to be. This offense looks completely different from what it did when they won the Super Bowl last season, because their old OC got a new coaching job at the beginning of this season. So he's not there anymore. They hired somebody new, and it's just not working out. Seems like nothing that they do can really go right. And I do believe that at the end of the game, he gave his team a chance. Speaking of the offensive coordinator for the Eagles, he gave his team a chance to win this game. It just came down to the players making plays, and unfortunately they were not able to do that. But for a majority of this game, it was just it was bad. It was terrible. And for the 49ers, I just think that they ran into an elite defense. This is what I worried about coming into this playoffs, is how will that offense look versus an elite defense. They went on a little run in the month of December where they were a hot and high-scoring team. Back to what I was saying, it seemed like against those elite defenses, the 49ers struggled to produce good offensive performances, and they did again today. Brock Purdy threw 2 interceptions and threw 2 touchdowns as well, for 262 yards. Now, don't let those stats fool you. Brock Purdy was not the normal Brock Purdy that we are used to. I think I've seen way better Brock Purdy games. The stats look good, but the film does not speak volumes of how bad he was today. But I do want to give some praise to Demarcus Robinson. He went off for 6 receptions, 111 yards, and a touchdown. He was basically the only bright spot for that 49ers offense. And I think that he is the reason that they won this game. Not the sole reason, but he is a huge reason, a part of why he won this game. And even though the 49ers did struggle, they were able to make more big plays than the Eagles. I think that is the deciding factor in this game. They were able to make those electric plays. I think about Demarcus Robinson at the beginning of the game catching a 50-yard catch on the run, something like that. So I think about plays like that, and I think that is what separated these two contestants in this game today. Now the 49ers will move on, and they will face off the number 1 seeded Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. Once again, I don't know how Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense will be able to look against another elite defense in Seattle. So hopefully they can get their stuff together. This recap was pretty short. Wasn't much to talk about other than it wasn't much to talk about, and I don't really want to keep rubbing in your face how bad both of these offenses were today. So yeah, small, quick little recap. If you want to see more videos just like this one, make sure you hit that like button, hit that comment button, and comment something down below. And make sure you subscribe to my channel and all of my other social medias so you can see more content just like this one. I'm out, you guys. Peace.